Are you sure?
It says
Are we positive?
live. There's a red dot. It's if I want to choose stop recording, that is an option.
Okay.
All right, welcome back to the 7/16 Reacts. I'm Rich, and I'm an idiot. So we didn't have an episode last week. We did an episode, just my dumb ass didn't press record correctly when we recorded it, and we weren't going to fake it. We were going to go and pretend we were watching it for the first time. So for those of you that were up all week because you were wondering what happened to us and that our episode wasn't done, I apologize. No, I'm an idiot. I'm old. I have bad eyesight, and I should have had my glasses on. So my apologies to these fine young gentlemen who allow me to produce with them.
Last week, we'll do a quick recap. We had Jimmy's heisting of a spaceship so that they could get into space.
Yes.
And it was a beautiful romance story as well.
Shit wasn't linear anyway. So
it was out of context.
Where we are when we last
yes.
dropped off, basically, in episode, 6?
Yeah.
It was a very funny, enjoyable episode.
Yeah.
But it wasn't great. There wasn't.
No, that was the biggest episode
of
of the season by I think quite some distance. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. There was nothing wrong with it.
But it just was also the weakest episode. It just happened. It was
and I don't
though.
mind. I don't consider it a one-off or anything because it built some characters. You know, they did a lot with some of the side characters, especially the bad guy characters that we've seen.
No, and they probably set up some stuff for the rest of the season, after this episode, and
I'm
it
sure
gave some
Livewire
side
will be
characters.
back.
It was a good opportunity to get those two side characters, the brain guy, and then the gorilla back, who are funny, interesting takes on those versions of the characters.
Definitely are. Those characters almost feel like they somehow jumped universes from Harley Quinn because they're way
I like
too.
Livewire's character. So.
Livewire's good too. So yeah. Well, we're back and we are recording. I checked it. So. Okay.
Are we ready?
All right, here we go.
Hand over.
Hey, we're back at the plot that we care about.
Oh,
Probably not.
Hello, son of Jor-El.
what's up?
Brainiac. What is this?
The Black Mercy. A Kryptonian device that traps your conscious mind inside of it, allowing me to see and interact with your memories.
No.
Pandora is falling apart. The machine that houses my AI is dying. If I am to rebuild the Empire, I'll need a new body.
Ooh.
I'm getting out, and I'm taking Kara with me.
Oh, Kal-El, you think you have a choice?
What? How did I...
Oh, we're back in episode
6
1.
Yeah, 6 seasons.
Joyce, son of Jor-El, your death heralds the rebirth of Krypton.
I love this version of Brainiac.
Now let's find your weakness, so I can kill you.
There was a one-off episode of Justice League Unlimited where Batman and Wonder Woman go to see Clark on his birthday, and he has an alien parasite on him. I think that was also called the Black Mercy.
Oh.
Okay.
Maybe it was parasitic,
Yeah.
there was an organism that did it in some kinds of ways, but in this one it's an actual device.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who is
My girlfriend.
Is Clark's evil, malicious, kidnapping.
Hey, Kara.
Jimmy Flamebird.
Jimmy Flamebird.
Me, Lois, Mala, and Brain all stole the shit to find you.
We're here for Clark. So either you tell us where he is, or I will.
Just come on board and we'll explain. Hey, we never got to say
You
goodbye.
have. It is just good you are here.
It's good to be here in space, where we are.
Look at the gorilla.
So pissed.
He's like,
so sweet.
Oh, I forgot. We need to fix things. Just in the lab.
The lab? There's a lab on this ship?
They're going to the lab. They're getting ready to wrap.
Right.
Back
Kara,
in the lab.
this
man.
is my friend, Lois. Lois, this is my, Kara.
You're the one who kidnapped Clark. You're the one in Kal-El's memories. The one who rejected him.
Ooh.
Yes,
but I'm here to make things right. Where is he?
I brought him to meet Father, but then something went wrong. Father must be malfunctioning. That's why I need your help. I think Kal-El is in danger.
Oh, that must have hurt, Kal-El.
It did not.
It's like not at all, really. Probably. It's like, is this even from last season?
Yeah.
Is this?
But you still
Or is this like
overpowered her.
entirely new?
This doesn't help me at all. Now this is
Parasite.
promising.
Yeah.
One of your weakest moments, but you still stopped him too. How? Where does this last-minute strength come from, Kal-El? Interesting. Who are they?
No!
Nobody.
Your spacecraft isn't your enemy. Why are you doing this? Wrong question. Who are you doing this for? I see. You're protecting them. Who are these people to you, Kal-El?
Nobody. Oh, we're here.
Stay close.
Nope, never mind. They got little kitty ears.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
They're switched off.
She said they would be.
Father's maintenance has begun. I will find and distract Father in the mainframe. This is the path to the
So just look at these lines. Look at this.
Make a right, then a left, then a left, then a right.
Good luck, Kara.
Wait!
Kiss him.
I wanted to say that I feel towards you, Jimmy. I feel admiration for you. Admiration for you. Yes, as the leader of the planet.
Aww.
Good luck.
Run as fast as possible.
Leader of the planet? Jimmy, what did you tell her you'd do?
Oh, nothing. Whatever. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Anything you say, fearless leader.
Oh, I understand now. The love you have for these people makes you vulnerable. No one can defeat you physically, but mentally, you are weak.
He's had like both those episodes back to back were kind of two like moments that like shook his faith in both of them. A
Yeah.
little bit. They could have just been like, oh, we found this stone, like in his memories where he was weak too.
Let us see what your friends truly think of you.
Superman used his powers to save us countless times. I thought he was a hero. I was wrong. Superman's a freak.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, it's like no, he's manipulative.
There's the observation deck.
Where is he? He's supposed to be here.
Uh-oh.
Run!
Come on, Car.
What are you doing?
It is not your concern.
You're malfunctioning, Father. I went to the planets in the Empire. They're all destroyed. And now whatever you're doing with Clark.
You just keep disappointing me, Kara.
What are you talking about?
I did everything you asked,
asked,
Father. I am tired of having this same conversation, Kara. You refuse to destroy them, even under direct orders.
It was you. You lied to me over and over.
I was molding you into a true Kryptonian. Fortunately, Kal-El came to us at the perfect time. Now, I shall use him to build a better, brighter Krypton. One that will outlast all that came before.
Just punch this dude's head off.
Yeah.
I won't let you.
This isn't true.
All right.
You're twisting my memories. I know what's real. This never happened. Lois wouldn't.
Foolish Kal-El. Let me show you the truth.
No!
What is this?
Ooh.
We can get.
You don't get to control what's in my mind.
Okay, this show is great.
this is
Like,
cool.
this is like not unusual like Superman
Yeah,
shit.
right.
Like, they're still playing with the mystery of whatever his tech
Yeah.
stuff is.
Lois,
You're amazing. I love going on adventures with you, Clark.
That's the name of the show.
this is real. This is what actually happened, not your twisted version.
Are you
He's like, bro, we already did this, bro.
Now we see a
This
real.
won't
Yeah.
work, Clark. Don't work.
Lois, are you breaking up with me?
And what about this one? Is this memory real, Kal-El?
Yes.
Couples have fights all the time, Clark. Deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is actually grounding the character of Clark and like the alienness of him pretty well, which I think is sometimes not like leaned into enough.
Accept the truth, Kal-El.
No.
All right.
Get out of my
They're both doing it like on each side, like
ass kicked in both in reality and illusion.
yeah, that's it.
He's not gone.
It's a little easy, yeah.
Ma! Pa! I'm home!
What?
I think he's still in there.
I am home.
Uh-oh. Oh, now he's in Clark.
I'm so sorry, Father.
For what, daughter? Being weak?
Now you need Lois.
Yep.
Kara!
Oh, daughter, you disappoint me.
Clark? What have you done to him?
There is no more Kal-El. There is only the machine who is Empire.
Oh.
Leave them alone.
Kryptonians aren't born, they are built. Genetically engineering each generation.
Oh, okay.
I was created to be the greatest mind of Krypton, built to defend and uphold the ideals of our people.
Oh, she's got it.
Then they grew weak. But the worst part, Kara, their weakness infected me. Even now, I hesitate. I love you, my daughter.
Jesus.
No! You are gonna get out of my best friend's body and let all of us go. Right now.
Foolish human. You will kill Kara and Kal-El while I can move my mind to whatever vessel I wish. You are no longer necessary.
Yes.
Oh no, the Phantom Zone.
I don't know if it's Phantom or I think it just might be space.
Actually, it might have been Phantom Zone because they looked like they disappeared. So
Phantom Zone's like a triangle.
No, it's just space.
basically just in space.
Oh! Oh, Jimmy's helmet's cracked. They're both cracked. Oh, thank God.
Is
No.
everyone
I don't think so.
okay? Monsieur Clark, he is still...
What do we do now?
Oh.
I'm going after Clark.
Lois!
Oh shit!
Oh my God.
Lois?
Okay, this is good.
This is very different.
That's gonna be the
Okay, I'm fine with them leading it now because they set up a really cool concept for the next episode.
Definitely.
So
No, this is good.
they're
They're dragging it out a little bit, but that's fine because it's well done and it's very creative.
yeah.
I've not seen anything
I
like
think
that
like
before.
as long
Like,
as this
that's
isn't
cool.
like every season, there's just a new like relationship. Like I think it's honestly makes more sense for these issues to come up like earlier and like each of their own insecurities would rear their head earlier rather than later. Realistically,
Yeah,
so
sure.
in the second season to do this stuff isn't like the
Yeah,
best.
I don't want to be in season
And again,
5
I don't need them to have
like,
like the
I
most
don't know
perfect.
if we can be together.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't need them to have the
you
most
know,
perfect relationship every season, but like that's obviously been like an underlying theme of most of the season is like that they're on shaky ground. So I think like this need to.
Well,
like,
this
I think
is
they're just
hanging
doing that
over
this
them.
season.
This
and
is
then
hanging over them, so they're going to get this out of the way, and then they'll just.
Yes,
know
that's
that
basically what
it
they set
can
up
be,
the next
like,
episode where they're going to be like it's probably just going to be basically the
We don't
them
need like
in
another
that next
guy to
episode.
show up that she's got a crush on in the next episode or the next season or something. That'd be stupid. But
Yeah.
like, as long as they don't do
Martian Manhunter, you're so handsome.
that. I love the green skin. No, this was cool. This is well done, and I know, like you said, it brings in some cool elements of looking at Superman in a different way and stuff. You know?
Yeah, this was really cool.
Like, is some new concepts for Clark that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're letting these concepts breathe. Like they're not just going like doing them like one episode. They're like letting them go across episodes. And I know like we were worried that maybe they'll draw it out too much, but I think they're like there's enough difference in like each episode.
Right.
Like enough happened in this episode that was like different.
Well, this was
like the cool like that whole shit with Clark going through his memories and trying to figure out like what's wrong. Like where, you know what I mean, like where you could like get at him is like was pretty cool.
Yeah, it wasn't just like kryptonite.
Yeah, like I thought he's like, oh, he's just gonna find like my brain was like, oh, there's gonna find like the clip of him with like getting like hurt by kryptonite, and then he's gonna go find kryptonite. It's like no, but they did a much more creative thing. They did like his actual like mental.
Yeah, they like broke him down.
Yeah, like his actual mental like like a psychological.
Right, it just wasn't
like,
just silly flashbacks were miscellaneous either. They kind of like made sense. So we have 10 episodes in the season, and that was what? That was 7.
That was 8.
That was 8.
I think.
That was 8. Yes, we got.
So basically, that he just made him like accept basically that he was in like a the mental prison thing is kind of how that worked. Like he just accepted it. So like he sees. So it was like Clark in like that weird thing we saw like the Krypton like in the cornfield like So he just thinks he's there.
Next episode's called Superman. And
that's cool.
Yes.
And it says they go back to
The
Metropolis. Yeah.
Well, they said that they were gonna go like invade Earth next, so we'd already know that.
So all Earth's greatest heroes will unite.
Batman comes out of nowhere.
Batman, the Flash, Peacemaker.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
This one was much better than last episode. Not that
I think we got 2 more episodes for sure. It looks like with
there's 10. Yeah, there's 10.
Fighting with Brainiac to kind of wrap up the season. You know, because obviously he's gonna. I think he'll be by the end of next episode. He'll be back to being Superman, and then they all have to team up to fight.
And again, I enjoyed that both like this season and last season have had overarching plots as well as some like kind of episodic elements as well. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
In the same way, I enjoyed like X-Men '97 had a very similar like thing with that. So.
Not everything has to do with the overreaching plot all the time, which is good.
Yeah. Well, they did. They actually kind of had the same thing where like the first few episodes had some like elements of like the overarching plot of the season, but then they were allowed to be a bit more like episodic in those first ones. I would say, just in the same way that even '97 did that before the 5th episode. Obviously, like there's a bit more episodicness in the first couple before you get into like a longer arc at the end there.
Right. No, definitely. So
Lex is gonna have some great footage to turn the public.
Yeah. I guess that's a good point. Is like how much is like the Earth going to see like the weird version of like that version of Clark like taken over by like Brainiac, like because that could cause like a lot of obviously like complications and shit. So which could be like that. I could see that being annoying depending on like how it plays out.
If they drag out the Earth, we have to get like that thing with the side. That is annoying. Because that's just not a Superman thing. That's
but again, I've thought that with a few things that they've
like you're a menace.
Yeah, but I've thought that with a few things they've set up in this show, and then they do it the next episode, and they like go in an entirely different direction than you like, thought they would. They did this show like I think that happens quite frequently with, so I'm not like overly worried about it. So
my prediction is Luthor will end up with the Brainiac tech.
That's a good, yeah.
That will be like the last shot of the season. Though, like somehow Luthor will have the tech. Because he's basically going.
There's still another Kryptonian guy around too that we just don't know who that is really. We assume Zod. So
it's either Zod.
There's another guy from the end of the season, I think. Because that one person isn't Kara. Like the person we saw at the beginning of this season was Kara, but there's also somebody I think from like last season at the end.
We don't think that was
I forget
Brainiac?
his design. No, there's like 2 because there's Brainiac's there too. Like it's Brainiac and another guy.
Well, in the Lost episode last week, one of the things we discussed was the concept of what are they going to do with Kara when this is done? Because they can't just have Kara hanging around forever.
I'd love it if
they might.
I think because this arc is bent. No, here's the thing. Like, I think it would actually be rather disappointing to send her. Like, I can see a world where they just send her having like go in space because there's not even like really an arc for her. Like, well, she has to go like put a stop to what the Emperor. Well, the Emperor nothing that already happened. But like, every planet she took over like is dead.
I do feel like the lost city of Kandor will be around. Like
I don't think so. Like they're calling this Kandor.
Yeah,
so
but
I think in this version's time, like, considering that every time
that was last. That was the comment I made last week, but I don't know if I believe that anymore. So
I think the base is called. I think what that entire like thing.
No, that was Kandor. He said that it was Kandor.
I think in this timeline,
so I don't think Kandor. Yeah, I don't think the little models, the little shrunken city of Kandor and
we haven't had that so far. Like they haven't shown it something slightly different and then like re-shown it in like the main line.
But I thought that last episode that we didn't get to air, obviously. So this one, I think they kind of I moved away from some of those opinions.
I think it should be like a Toph thing where it's like, all right, we add a new character to the main squad a few seasons through, and I think she has like a pretty like solid dynamic.
They can definitely have some fun things with her, like trying to become acclimated to living on Earth, because she obviously doesn't know anything.
And I don't think you don't have to like
they can
change
have some
the
fun
name.
stuff with
the
that.
show already does like a pretty decent job of balancing like Lois and like Clark anyway.
What's
and
Kara's name?
And even this scene he balances
Supergirl?
Joey.
What is her Earth name?
It's just Kara.
She's
Because
just
Kara
like
is a human enough
name.
sounding name.
I know, but
what
I was just wondering, like, if she's like Kara Jones or something. Like, does she
I
pick
don't
up a
know.
last name?
It's just
like,
Kent, isn't it? It's Clark Kent.
It's different. It's different depending on because like sometimes it's
she's just his
sometimes it's
cousin, so-
Danvers, sometimes it's
Yeah. Because I think in the
Because like Superboy takes eventually.
I think the
takes
Helen
it,
Slater movie, she's just Kara Kent.
Because I know in Young Justice, like eventually even like Superboy gets like given.
Yeah,
Well, he accidentally picks
Connor.
Like Connor, he picks Connor Kent, but he picks Kent because like they have a relationship with like Kent Nelson, who's like one of the versions of Dr. Fate, and like he dies like protecting like the team basically. So he names like his last name like Kent after his first name, and then he eventually tells like Superman like his actual name eventually, and he's like, oh, like I didn't know that was, and then he was like, I think it's towards the end of the season when he reveals it. So like Superman's as there's a whole thing in the first season of Young Justice where Superman is like kind of off-put a bit by Superboy because he's a clone. He's made by made by Lex Luthor. But by the end of the season, like Superman kind of embraces like Superboy, and then there's actually a really cool Young Justice has a very cool like Superman family.
I love
dynamic because Young Justice has like Superman and Lois are together. They have their two children.
Right.
They have or one child. I forget if they have the dog. They have they know Superboy as like a super dog. There's also like Superboy obviously, and then Superboy there's like a whole little family unit like with the Kents and like I think even the like Martha and Wayne Kent like show up a bit in that show as well. Young Justice has a lot of really, really good like DC,
Please
like
bring it back,
subtle
please.
DC elements, and like actually focus on like the shit we want you to focus
Do you
on.
think we'll get some
like the overarching story set up fucking a decade
Do you
ago
think we'll
that
get
you didn't touch upon? Like,
are we gonna get some reboots of old shows because Disney did it?
well,
with,
Young
like,
Justice already was
X-Men 97 and that
Young
was really
Justice already was
successful?
rebooted. They just fumbled the bag because they just did these really weird like artsy. The second season is the weirdest. Like the first one back was like a bit not the greatest thing in the world.
liked season 4. I thought
No,
season 4 was
they're
pretty
not
good.
bad. They're just like why are we seeing like they're just like all right, here's like these two characters that we didn't interact with. Like it became like the show. I like the universe of Young Justice a lot, but like each season it becomes about more people. You know what I mean? And it's like okay, like there's like 6 people we really like that are like because the best season of Young Justice is the first one, like by far. Like it's not close. And I know they immediately get aged up, so it's hard to like recreate that dynamic again.
Yeah, well, I like.
But like we care about those guys most. Like,
well, I like season 4 because it went back to the.
I guess
core.
season 4 did go back to the core team, but there's just so many randos like around them. And
Agreed.
I enjoy the rando aspect of Young Justice because like every fucking DC character that's ever existed like shows up at some point like in Young Justice. Besides like Raven and like Raven at this point is like kind of the only one I can think about.
Starfire,
like Raven and Star. That's the only reason I thought those characters would get like added eventually, honestly, but they keep doing. I think in 3 was the weirdest one.
Yes.
Because there's just like that it focused so heavily on like not the guys, even though there's a cool dynamic in the third like one with like Nightwing's like kind of like renegade like little squad of people, right? Like that's a cool element. It's just like there's I don't know. We're talking about an entirely different thing now, but
now we got to do a Young Justice react. I'm sure that some of the
who hasn't reacted to Young Justice among us?
I think Julian hasn't.
And I have not watched Young Justice.
You've watched a bit of it.
But not like within.
You wouldn't remember anything.
I wouldn't
probably.
remember enough of it. I might. Oh, I think I saw this before.
I've shown
that
you
would
a bit
be
of Young
kind
Justice,
of like.
so.
I think I would only. I have not seen anything within context.
I would do a Young Justice.
I would
reaction,
definitely do a Young Justice react.
Well, maybe when this is done, we'll get
I love
together
Young
on Sunday
Justice,
mornings and we'll just kind of redo Young Justice.
Yeah.
For,
even that fucking action.
just kind of
Young
go
Justice
through
is
it.
all really,
you know?
really solid as well.
good.
So.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, again, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that we have an episode to show you this week, and not just this episode that may not happen. The conspiracy theory, but no, we'll be back next week. Remember, on Tuesdays we're live reacting to Acolyte, and we're dropping it, so that comes Wednesday morning. You guys are still doing the boys.
We're a little bit behind, but we're still doing
They're
it.
doing the boys. Christian and I have our own podcast called Next of Kin, and we're going to record tomorrow, I think.
Probably,
bring our next episode back. I think we're going to cover some Godzilla things, maybe. But we, again, please, we appreciate all the support. The channel keeps growing and growing, and we appreciate that you like when we talk about stuff that's not necessarily Star Wars. So if there's stuff you think you'd like to see us react to, especially something obscure that maybe you think we don't know very well, send us something that we should watch, because I'd love to have all of us be able to watch something maybe none of us really have a background in. It'd be kind of fun to find something different. So
I think it might be more ideal to like watch some older shit. Honestly, like
Shogun, I heard, is really good.
Yeah, I've heard Shogun. I've already watched some of it.
So.
We only watched the first 2 episodes though, and then we kind of got out of it. Yeah, we're gonna try to be doing Shogun. We're gonna try to get back. We gotta get the season of Doctor Who done. There's just so much to watch right now. House of Dragon, things like that. So, but we'll be back, and like, comment. Subscribe, share. What else is there?
Go watch the actual content.
Watch the actual content, because we're not a market substitute. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Jar Jar?
No, I'm flying away. I'm flying away.
Jar Jar?